I'm sorry I can't be there with you in person. I would love to be able to see you and talk to you and share this moment of grief, but also celebration with you. Rastus Mays was a wonderful man, and I thought I'd like to talk about how I came to know him. I had seen him many, many times. Growing up there in Central Baptist, it was hard to miss Mr. Rastus, as tall and powerful as he was, and as active as he was in the church. I'd always seen him, but I really got to know him in the summer of 1974. Tom Myers had become our choir director there at the church, and he had organized a youth choir, and he was bringing us on tour. We were going to Arkansas to sing Celebrate Life, one of those marvelous 70s youth musicals. And as we'd go to a different town like Monticello or Star City, Tom would divide the choir up into groups of 2 or 3 and send us to host homes where we would stay and spend the night with the family and gather together. Well, I wanted to spend my nights with my good friend Mike O'Brien. But Mr. Myers was a wise man. He understood that both of us were pretty good kids, basically. But if you put us together, it's sort of like sticking a lighted match to gunpowder. There was going to be a lot of noise, and something would probably get broken. So on the last night of the trip, we were in Arlington, Texas, going to go to Six Flags the next day. And he said, all right, John, Mike, you can stay together on this condition. What? That you have to stay with Rastus Mays. Honestly, that scared me a little bit because I didn't know Rastus yet. He was big and tall and powerful. And Tom said to Mr. Mays, he said, well, Rastus, you will make sure these boys behave? And he looked down at us from his imposing height and said, they will behave, Tom. So I went into that room that night a little intimidated. But what I found was that Mr. Mays was delightful. He was fun. We talked. He and Mike played chess while I read a book, because that's what I do. And we had a marvelous time. By the end of that night, I no longer had any fear of Rastus Mays. What I had was deep and abiding respect and affection for that wonderful man. In the years since, that good first night has never known anything to diminish it. As long as I've known him, he's been good, he's been kind, he's been a lot of fun, and he's been a man who loves the Lord. Miss Dolores, you've been so faithful in taking care of him in these difficult years, and you've been an inspiration to me and to others. Jerry and Greg, I feel for you, and I wish that I could be there in person to tell you how much I share your grief and how I'm praying for you. But I want you to know, your dad was great. You know that. I don't have to tell you. But it's my pleasure and privilege to do so. May God bless you. I'll be praying for you all.